Hey and welcome to Neverwinter with Aragon. So finally we've got a lot more news about the upcoming changes to mounts. With it, Cryptic Studios have promised to give us the ability to upgrade mounts. On top of this, they have generalized mount movement speed. So no longer will you have to run around slow AF when all you have is a green mount. It also seems we shall be gaining a sort of bolster thingy to incentivize players to have more than one legendary mount, or at this point, mythic mounts, because yes, they are a thing. You shall be able to upgrade all your mounts to mythic. On top of this, they also have these collars, which shall be able to be slotted on each of your mounts, given up to a total of 5 of them. And these collars are said to essentially buff your utility stats. They have also decided to give all mounts, no matter the rarity, a mount combat power and also a mount passive bonus. These shall be generalized in categories of single target damage, AoE damage, and also heal over time. So now your grey, green, and blue mounts will also have combat powers and passive bonuses to your stats. With the stat bonus, they're giving this much more higher item level, and on top of this, giving them a combined rating, as we see on gear here, so they will generally give a whole load more stats to yourself. I'm not sure exactly the potency of this, but we shall see. So, now I shall go to the developer blog and we can go over more in depth of these changes that are happening and why. So reading through the developer blog, the first thing they mention is the mount speed. The company, Cryptic Studios, realized that a lot of people just wanted better mounts up to legendary just for the mount speed. So they decided they're just going to get rid of that system entirely. Every player shall now have 2 mount speeds. One being the given legendary mount speed, the 140% extra movement speed, and the other being the 50% mount speed that you get on green. The reason for this, the legendary mount speed now will be just gallop, and the other one will be trot. Gallop will be your general mount speed. Whenever you gain a mount, even if it's green, you will have this gallop, giving that 140% mount speed. So even if you don't have a legendary mount, you will still have the maximum available mount speed that there is through mounts. And then the trot there is just, as they say, for role-playing and Protector Enclave parades. Moving on, they have created a new mount upgrade system. With this, you will be able to upgrade your mounts, all of the given mounts, to a total of mythic quality. In order to upgrade mounts, you will need mount upgrade tokens, which will initially only be available through the Zen Store. I'm sure, however, there shall be packs and such which you will be able to buy on the Zen Store and then be able to sell on the auction house. We shall also see. On top of this, you should be able to obtain these tokens through the trade bar store. On top of this, they've said the mount tokens shall be also available through the Hell Pit event. With regards to supporting the upgrading system, they've changed it so that all mounts will have 3 insignia slots, regardless of the quality. It used to be that green and grey colors would only have 2 slots. Now everyone has 3 slots. As well as this, the passive and the combat power bonuses that the mounts have, all of them shall be essentially scaled up as your mount quality increases, and any power shared by multiple of your different mounts will just be upgraded to the highest quality mount that you own that grants that same power. Mounts which previously didn't have a combat power, that being the grey and the green and also blue variants, they shall all now have one of the 3 generic combat powers, being either single target damage, AoE damage, or self-heal over time. On top of this, we shall now have a new mount bolster, whereupon the top 10 highest quality mounts in your collection will add to your mount bolster, which in turn increases your mount passive and combat powers up to double their base effectiveness. The insignia slots themselves on all of the given mounts will not change as your mount upgraded, so you shouldn't lose any of those insignia bonuses that you may have. On top of that, when you do upgrade your mount, let's say you get it on grey first, and you upgrade it to green all the way through mythic, the appearance of that mount shall not change. Thus, some of those legendary mounts and such will retain their value just through cosmetic purposes. However, we shall see how much they shall retain their value through this new mount upgrade system and how easily it is to obtain those mount upgrade tokens. Along with this, the mount passive powers shall grant a large part of their stats to combined rating to better help players gear up overall and make it less likely that slotting a given passive power will shoot one stat far above the cap while leaving the others under the cap. On top of this, there is more. They have decided they're going to add a mount collar system. Mount collars are new items that will grant benefits to your utility stats. These being stats such as action point gain, recharge speed, incoming healing, outgoing healing, stamina regen, and crit severity. And there are a good few others there. And these collars shall come in qualities from common to mythic. And a mount shall only be able to wear a collar that is equal to its rarity or lower. Base mount collars will drop in dungeons, as will some new upgrade materials, such as stones of empowerment from critter drops, and also greater stones of empowerment from epic dungeons and trial end chests to rank up these collars. One extra unique aspect of these collars is that they will come in specific types. A character can only benefit from one of a given collar type at a time, so make sure to get all 5 types to maximize your benefits. As well as that, they're making some adjustments to the Zen Store, as well they should. They've decided to reduce the price tag of epic mounts from 3,500 Zen down to 1,500 Zen. Along with this change, they're also making a similar change to epic companions, reducing their price down to 1,500. And also these companions shall be now account-wide unlocks, as the same way the Zen Market mounts already were. In many cases, the account-wide reclaims for companions will now be retroactive, and players will see the reclaims for past purchases show up for their alts to claim as this change goes live. This may not apply to all companions. It does not apply to previously limited time event companions, such as Alpha Compi, or companions that are not currently for sale. Because the companions are now reclaims, they no longer shall come with bonding runestones. Along with this, we're also getting some lockbox adjustments. I assume this will be due to the fact that the price of legendary mounts will drop again, and thus their value being even lower. So they are changing the drop chance of the top tier chase items in lockboxes to be at least 3 times more likely to drop. So we should see more frequent drops from those lockboxes. However, I still don't recommend opening any of them. However, I will in due course make a video about which lockbox is actually best to open as it is currently. Along with this, Cryptic Studios are granting us a free pack when these mount features go live. Players shall be able to claim 1 free pack per account from the Reclaim agent, which will essentially give you the following items. 75 of the mount upgrade tokens. If you saw in the previous picture there, it will cost you 200 mount tokens to upgrade from legendary to mythic. You shall be able to obtain a free epic mount collar choice pack, and on top of this, 150 stones of empowerment. These are upgrade materials for collars. 50 greater stones of empowerment, again also upgrade materials for collars, and 100% off companion coupon, so you'll be able to claim a free epic companion from the Zen Store. So that's essentially everything that they said on the developer blog. If you wish to read it for yourself, you can do so via the link in the description. In my opinion, these changes are actually pretty good. However, there will be a bit of a knife in the back for those of us who have spent tons and tons of Astro Diamonds and time invested to obtain our legendary mounts. We used to be buying legendary mounts at around the 10 million to 15 million Astro Diamond mark. At least this was recently. And then with the changes they made to there now being account-wide legendary mounts, this price has gone down to like 6 million, 5 million. It's pretty nuts. And we should see these prices dropping again, just by the fact that we are now able to upgrade our mounts all the way to mythic. So we shall see how these affect the economy. I'm sure a lot of older players shall be rather butthurt through this change of the devaluing of legendary mounts again. But overall, for the new player, this is definitely a good thing. You no longer have to trudge around in those starting zones at a god-awful speed on your mount. You should straight up have that 140% mount movement speed when you first obtain a mount. However, I still recommend joining a guild to get that extra 30% again, so you'll be that little bit faster even more. So that should be everything here. Hopefully I presented this well. If I did, consider leaving the video a like. If you're new around here, consider subscribing. And we'll see you guys in the next one. Goodbye for now.